Hello, this is Taven the Caveman with another episode of Cave Art Adventures. Today we will be doing something fun. If you have the chance, or if you have this Green Guard insulation foam at your local Lowe's, that's where you'll find it, we're going to need one sheet. You're going to need a yardstick. You're going to need a yardstick or a ruler. I got one right here. I'll probably change it up to my metal one just because I like that one better. But you'll need this 24 by 24 by 1 inch XPS foam sheet. You're going to need that yardstick. You're going to need a snap blade, and you're going to need a pen or a pencil and a little bit of patience, and we're going to get it going. Today we're going to do a project together. I was going to just originally give you guys the tools, but then I remembered you guys can always go back and check these episodes out, so you can start with me now, or you can start with me later. Either way, if you follow these instructions, you will be that much closer to being able to make your first diorama or a diorama with me if you've already made some before. And it's going to be a brick wall backdrop. While I'm at it, I might as well just get my favorite yardstick. There we go. I like that one better. So, make sure this is out of the way. What's up, Leon? Oh. My phone's acting funny. Just gotta set this up. But yes, today we're going to design our own brick wall backdrop for our action figure collection. I'm going to make one that is 18 inches long. But first, before I get to that, I do want to emphasize on how important it is for us to sand our XPS foam. Why do I sand it? So that paint can take on to it better. Okay, and it looks like it's decently focusing. Let's see if I can get a better angle at that camera. How's everyone doing today? Thank you for joining me. It's Taven the Caveman. We're going to do some arts and crafts together. Let's see. Getting a little closer looks fine. I have this small shading stick right here. What's up, Alpha Wolf? That I'm just going to take to the surface of this, just so that when it's time to paint, the paint will take a lot easier. Yep. You know, just work your DJ skills on it. Work it. Yo, Dread, thank you for joining. Peyton, Tom, thank you. We got a lot of new timers here. Minutes with the machine gun. What's up, my bro? Again, we're just doing this annoying part. I know the sound isn't very attractive, but it's part of the gig, you know. I didn't put this on the tools list. This isn't always mandatory. I don't know if every crafter out there does the sanding before they work on their pieces. I do. And that's really the only reason why I'm doing this. It's something that I got in the habit of. And it's just been kind of hard to stop after seeing the results for what it looks like after it's sanded and painted. So if you want to do it the 100% way that I do it, get yourself a sanding stick around 150 grade, should be enough, and just run it across the whole surface. What's up, Dread? Jenny, thank you for joining. 909B. Love that. Thank you for all the likes, you guys. I do have a goal of 10,000 likes today, so I can open an action figure for you guys and give it a review. Okay. If you guys are wondering, the XPS foam that I am using is from Lowe's. This one is called Green Guard the Green Guard Project Panels. They are 24 by 24 by 1 inch And this is pretty much what a lot of us diorama makers use. Other people like using other equipment. What's up, Luis? Thank you for the heart, my man. Heavy, what's up? Good to see you in here. Welcome to the DIY channel if you are watching it through Roku. Welcome to YouTube if you are watching me through YouTube. All the names that you need is one, and it is Cave Art Adventures. I'm a caveman learning how to craft and teaching the world as I go along with it. As I learn and grow, you know? Just making sure that I get some of these areas that look like I missed it. Let's flip this over so I can make it easier to reach. Here I have the sticker I need to peel off. And some of my dog's hair that she just loves spraying all my stuff with. Right here you can see it's Green Guard LG project panels. Thank you everyone that's joining me so far and for the likes. Jason, I hope you're having a great day. Jeez. What's up, Jeez? Now I'm just holding this down. Wiser, thank you, thank you. Daniel, good to see everyone that's coming in. All the new names, really appreciate it. Thank you, Cheryl. Wait, Shirley on. Nice. Adrian Corona, I like that last name. Roscoff, Carmen, Odin, Luigi. I love that name. I had an X name, Luigi. Michael Wolf. And VJR, Sunrise. That's an awesome name. Alright. Now that I've completely sanded the top, I'm going to wipe this off with my towel. And just get all that excess stuff right on off. Okay. So for anyone that wants to follow me through this project, what you're going to need, again, is a yardstick. One of these 24 by 24 by 1 inch Green Guard insulation foam boards. They're project panels. You can find these at Lowe's. You're going to need a pen or a pencil. I chose pen for this one. And we're going to need a snap blade. I love these blades because once the tip gets dull, you can just crack that. Well, you can just snap the end of it. I like to do it under my foot because I don't want to chance the I don't want to chance the tip of the blade to snap off and hurt someone, especially myself. So that's what I'm doing right now. Lil, thank you for joining. Wrestle Talk, what's up? Carpenter and Kosamo? I don't know how to say that name, but it sounds cool. It looks cool. Okay, so typically when I make dioramas, there's a few things that I have to consider. Obviously, what is all going to go into it, but mailing this thing. If I'm going to mail this out, I want it to be in a big enough box that isn't going to cost $1 million to ship out. If you are familiar with shipping big boxes, you know that the shipping prices are just outrageous these days. So I mean, when have they not been, right? Everyone who's joining me in, thank you for joining. Thank you for the likes. So in order to keep this under, you know, like relatively cheap to ship out, I'm going to go with certain dimensions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure up. Everybody out there who's got some sort of material like this and ready to play, we're going to measure from one tip all the way to 18 inches. This is going to be our backdrop. Why 18 inches? Because we're going to consider the other inch on the right and then on the left to make it a 20-inch diorama once it's all put together. So as I go here, I'm going to measure you out to 18. Ooh. Boom. And I'm just going to go ahead, rotate this to the opposite side, lay my yardstick down, and we're going to go up the other 18 inches, so which is right here. Now that we've measured 2 points that we need, we're going to double check our work, just because it's always good to know that you're on the dot. Don't want to go over or under. And I can tell that I'm a few centimeters off on this one. Good thing I double checked. Boom. Back in business. proper measurements. And then just another one in the middle here so I can use it as a reference. And then one more time I will check this other end, and 18 inches, there we go. So now we're going to measure across and make our marks. I will not be using this whole board for the backdrop, obviously. This starts at so big from the 24 and 24, but it's okay to have these extra pieces. There's always smaller projects that you can use your leftover fors. Remember guys, we don't want to waste material. So plan on using these extra pieces later. Now that we've measured the 18 across, we're going to see how high or how tall we want this baby to be. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to place a Marvel Legends. Oh, pardon me. I'm going to place a Marvel Legends here, one of my biggest guys. This is my Hulkbuster. Everyone that's joining, thank you so much for joining. Retro, thanks for the roses, brother. I really appreciate that. Oh, you know, man, I'm just here crafting away. I'm teaching people how to make a brick wall backdrop for a diorama we will continue to make together in this channel. Yo, Coach, how you doing, brother? You see it, brother. I am geeking away. So this Hulkbuster, this Marvel Legends Hulkbuster, it's the Build-A-Figure one that I repainted. I love this guy. I'm gonna measure up, and he is right under 9.5 inches. If he stands up straight, yes, right under 9.5 inches. So what I want is, I want this guy to fit in there with some extra space. So we're gonna go with 14 inches. That'll give me enough space to also create a roof piece for it, if I so choose to later. But for right now, my biggest guy will fit on there no problem, so it's going to go at 14 inches. Because, you know, what if he wants to hold a character over his head? Like, you gotta account to some of those action shots, right? Okay, so here's my trusty yardstick. We're gonna go up to 14 inches right here. You know what? I have to consider one more inch, and that's the inch that the base is going to be. So instead of 14, we're actually gonna go to 13. It still gives my action figure enough space to stretch his arms out. It'll cover him, and it'll be closed off from the top if I so choose to make a rooftop piece for it. Now that I've measured 13 up this way, I will measure another 13 in my original line that I made. That's right here. So there's, I used to believe that you shouldn't use pens on this foam, but you know, when time passed by, and I realized it's not a big deal. Normally I would say use pencil, but pens work just fine. The one thing I don't recommend you use is something like a thick Sharpie. You need to use something with a fine point so that your lines aren't too bubbly for you to, well, you just want them to fit flush on everything. A bubbly line will have you itching for, you know, one way or the other. It'll be a little lopsided is what I'm trying to say. Great, now that I've got one that's 13 inches, our remaining piece is, let me measure this, is that 11 inches, which is totally fine. I'm going to put my yardstick out of the way right here so I don't knock anything over. And where's my snap blade? Oh, there you are. Okay, so here's the part what I want you guys to all be careful with. Obviously a blade, you always handle this with care. Please be nice to yourself. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of, well actually, I might not get rid of this whole piece as one. What I think I want to do is, no, I gotta commit, alright. 18, 18, 13, and from here 13. Looks like all my points align, so that's what I'm going to move on to. And I'm going to get rid of this longer piece right here. That's right. I might be moving a little quick, but it comes with just the, going through these steps over and over. That's how it happens. If you feel like you're going a little slow, that's okay too. If this is your first time, make sure that you are comfortable with the steps you are taking. Do not rush yourself. Remember, you can always go back and rewind. We're going to push this all the way back so it's a little more safe for me. And we're going to go over this line a few times. I've seen people, I'll show you right now why we need to pace ourselves when using these razor blades. Because I can already tell that I made an oopsie. But first, let's finish doing our cuts. And then I'm going to go over it one more time. So as you can see, I do multiple slices. I don't go all the way through on the first one or second one, because we don't want to rush the blade from doing its job. It could leave, it could drag, and I'll show you what the dragging looks like. To be honest, I don't really like that dragging, so that's why I try to take my time with it. Now we're going to push it back so I can get some sturdy slices going through it. Let's move this back a little bit. Everybody that's joining me, thank you so much. Today I am going to teach you guys how to make your own brick wall backdrop for dioramas. If you're just tuning in, I am Taven the Caveman. I like crafting stuff. I feel like a caveman in a modern world trying to create art for toy collectors. It's really fun. It's really, really fun. So, already you can see that it is coming apart. That's beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and snap that. I'm going to quickly show you guys what a dragging blade will do. You're going to get these little nooks right here, and that's just a little, it's a little displeasing. I don't really like it. You can always push them back, or you can just pop them off. For me, I'm just going to pop that off because I feel like I'm going to use this for a sidewalk at one point or another. Either way, now that I'm done with this piece, I can put it away, store it right next to me, and now we're left with this much foam. As you can see, it's divided with an 11 side and a 13-inch side. Thank you guys for joining me, and thank you for all the likes, you guys. I do have a like goal of 10,000 likes so that I can open an action figure for you guys. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to snap off another piece of this blade, the other tip that's to come off, just because I see a little discoloration on the tip, and that's making me worry that it might be overused. So let's give it a fresh start. I always snap these blades under my foot so they don't run a chance of just flying somewhere and accidentally hurting somebody. You never want to hurt anyone when you're having fun like this, so just keep that in mind when you do it. Or you can wear safety goggles and go for it. Alright guys, let's do a few cuts here. Everybody, thank you so much for the likes again, for the gifts, for just being awesome. Awesome nerds unite. Again, this is going to be a brick wall backdrop for a diorama for your 6 to 7 inch action figures. So if you've ever wanted to make your own diorama, if you thought buying one was too expensive, making it is definitely going to be your way. You just got to have a few pieces of material, some imagination, and patience with yourself. Okay, and now we heard it snap. We're going to put our blade back inside because we won't need that right now. And now we're left with two pieces. We got our 11 by 24. I mean 11 by what was that? No, I don't think I remember measuring it this way. Our 11 by 18. Of course it's the 18. Silly me. Now Now we're going to put that wall aside, and boom, here's the basic piece that we need for our back wall, or our backdrop. Whichever way you want to call it, that's what it is. Alright, so here's what happens when you run a duller blade through it. It creates these ruffles. I'll show you guys right here. We don't want this. We want it smooth like the rest of its body over here. So what we're going to do, just so we can get that eyesore out of the way, we're going to get a sanding paper or a sanding block, whichever one you got. And we're going to, luckily for me, mine can stand on the side, and I can just run it through as much as I need to flatten it out. We're going to go with this side, and then we're going to run it from one side to the other. Why I don't want to go back and forth is because of the little dragging that it did. You can tell that the foam is just going to run, that the sanding block is going to run smoother if you go this way, instead of against it by going backwards. Little things to keep in mind when we're making these. We got all the time in the world to create art. No need to rush this. Some of these steps are just so I'm just so familiar with some of these steps, which is why it might be why it might look like I'm moving quick through them. But again, having a little patience with yourself always goes a long way, especially with new projects. Alright, and it's looking like it's taken a lot of that rough edge off and smoothed it out. Let's see if I can, there we go. See how much smoother that is? And that's what we want. Sometimes when we use our blades, you might go a little lopsided to one, you know, and have a heavy hand where you lean one way or the other. Yes, you do. A solid square foundation for these is always needed and appreciated. You can definitely tell the differences when people rush or when their blade is angled in the weird direction. You need straight cuts down the middle of the board. Now I'm going to flip it this way so that I can tackle the other end. By the way, thank you everyone that's joined so far. I'm at 1K likes. That's 9 away from opening a new action figure with you guys, and it is new to me. It was a gift from someone who wishes to remain anonymous. And it would mean a lot to me if I could open that action figure with you guys today. Also, if you can, please share and please share this with everyone that you know likes to craft. They might learn something from this, or they might come in here with some of their wisdom, and I'm always for that. Alright, cool. So as I'm looking through this, the other ends are pretty smooth. Oh, there we go. Except for this one. There's always one side with a groove like this. That's just factory, like, that's just how they come out of the factory, which is totally fine, but because we are already sanding, we are already sanding, why don't we go ahead and give that guy some love and sand some of this side too. Again, because this side doesn't have any grooves or any of those ruffles that I accidentally made on one of my sides, it doesn't matter if you go from one end to the other or back and forth. That's just something you need to watch out for when you drag a blade and it creates those little, what would you call those? Like ruffles? I don't know what you'd call that, but it creates those uneven edges, and that's not what you want. Jay, many thanks for sharing and liking. Love it. Retro, thank you, thank you. So, I want to start with some of the basics with this. There's going to be plenty of future projects that will allow us to get really fancy with it. Today we're just going to do a straight brick design. So when it comes to the brick designs, we have different size action figures. Let me put one down here for you. This is one of my favorite Marvel Legends. It's from the Toy Biz era. He is one of those 6-inch action figures, right under 6 inches. And now, that's cool. You can lay down on the job. I don't need your help. That's fine. Okay. And now, I have this custom action figure of me and my other persona. Well, and my persona of the caveman. This is Taven the Caveman action figure. I love this guy. Thank you, Leon, for hooking me up with this. This is pretty awesome. This is made from a McFarlane action figure. Those are normally 7 inches. So let me give you guys a smaller scale. I would say something like even smaller than Goku. Well, you know what? We're just gonna work with these two. So for the perfect bricks for these action figures would be to scale, right? A brick that is half an inch tall and then an inch long would be more for a McFarlane action figure, just because they're 7 inches and they'll just flow easier, right? But for the 6-inch action figures, you can always use the same scale, or you can go a little bit lower than that, a little bit smaller, to where you go 1, 2, 3/8, and pretty much, and you can also keep them at an inch long. So 3/8 or half an inch. What are we going to make this for? We got to decide that and then go with it. To make this easier for everyone, we're going to go with the half inch to inch. I just wanted to say that there's options, but we're going to stick with a half inch and inch long for these 7-inch action figures. And don't worry, it's going to look great with your 6-inch action figures too. But just pointing out there's different sizes of action figures out there and different brick designs with different scales. Honestly, there is no perfect brick scale or design that you can come up with. If it fits what you are trying to achieve, it fits. It's your imagination, it's your world building, and don't let anyone else change your mind about it. Okay, straight wall like that. What we're going to do is we're going to do some measurements. For every inch, we're going to make a mark. Let's start from one end and move our way to the other. 1, 2, 3. Actually, hold on a minute. Let me start this one on the top here. And also flip this around. Let me flip my ruler around. Pardon me about that. Okay. Thank you guys. We're at 2.4K likes. 1/4 and 3/4. Thank you. Thank you, Jay. You you got my back. I love it, homie. This is what I've been waiting for. Awesome. Heck yeah. So, like I said, we're going to make our marks every inch. Get it close to the edge here. There was a few ways I was going to tackle this project, but I thought it'd be best to just show you guys what it really looks like. Sometimes in the middle of a project I want to go one direction and end up going a different one, and that's totally fine. It's kind of another learning process of it. There's times where I straight go by the book, but today we're doing a little winging action. Okay, now that we've done the top, let's move to the bottom piece by flipping this baby over. And then the reason why I mentioned trusting your ruler and all that is because, well, there's also different rulers with different measurements. I won't get into that much, but you have to be very consistent with the ruler you choose to start this with, just so that you don't get uneven measurements in the future. And again, right here. Alright, just making our way down the ruler. I actually might move to a pencil after this, just Whoa. 14, 15, 16. There we go. 17. Boom. Okay. And then on the other side, we're going to go every ½ inch on this shorter side. So on your 13-inch side, every ½ inch. Let's get closer to that edge. Thank you everyone for liking the video. I feel like I'm definitely going to be able to open a new action figure with you guys today. That's going to be awesome. ½ inch, ½ inch, ½ inch, ½ inch, ½ inch, ½ inch, all the way down. There's plenty of tools that we could have used, but I really wanted to stick to this, the tools that we might be able to find around the home. I've invested in a hot wire foam cutting table that I could have done these cuts with, but I know not everyone has access to one of those. So using a yardstick or a ruler is totally acceptable for these kind of things right here. I feel like everybody has pens or paper, pens and pencils at home. It's mainly getting one of these green guard insulation project panels and a yardstick that's sometimes a no-go for people. If you are at home and you want to use different foam for this, it's totally fine. Like I said, this is your project. You could always use it as practice for before you move on to bigger projects that you really want to put in all of your talents into. This is what goes into it, guys. You gotta know your measurements. It'd help if I knew all the names of the tools that I use, but that's why I got some trusted friends in the chat here letting me know, you know, those kind of things. Okay. So what we're going to do first is we're going to go this long way first. Okay. Careful with white styrofoam though. Yeah. White styrofoam is not my friend. At least not to make these kind of pieces. You know, I like using it for. Oh wait, styrofoam. Yeah, no, I don't like styrofoam. It serves its purpose for certain textured walls or textured ground, but for the most case, I like adding my own kind of texture. And I have my own tools for that. Okay, so now that we're here measuring our first line, we're going to go all the way across. Now you can choose to, I would recommend that you mark your lines with your pen or pencil first, and then you go with your blade over it. You can definitely make these marks, or I should say, you can definitely use your blade after you've made your lines, like all of them, but today I'm going to, which is normally what I do, but today I'm going to go, I'm going to do it this way. After I make it, just so I have something to follow, feels a little bit more safe for me, in the sense of less mistakes, I'm just going to run my razor through it. And this part, you don't have to go hard at all, it's just getting the tip of it in there. And you can already see how far into it goes. Not that far. We're not cutting all the way through. You wouldn't want to do that anyways, because then you would be ruining the work that you just put into it. Need something without visible beads. Exactly. I mean, if you were to use that as a base, I would just recommend that you also get some lightweight spackling and covered the ground, or the base of it, I guess. It leaves a really cool look behind. It's like a textured dried cement, and I like it that way. I like that. I don't know how to sing. Nope. I like to use a pencil with a heavy hand for the mortar lines. Yes. Now, that is definitely a technique that will come up. I also like to do that after I've made all my, after I lined up and used my blade on there. I do go over them with a pencil. I don't go over it with the pen because the pen does not reach as far in there as I want, which is why I'm only using the pen to line up. This is a tedious part of it, but we're talking about a brick wall, so you know, it is what it is. And as you can see, I'm running my blade smoothly through it. This is what you want. You don't want to stagger, or yeah, you don't want to stagger the line, the blade, because then you might create those the dragging effect that we want to avoid. And because this is a snap blade, if you're feeling like the blade you are using is starting to drag, go ahead and snap that tip off. It's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. If a material isn't working at its best, move on. Use a different one. Okay. While I'm on here, I do want to thank everyone that has joined me so far, in and out of it. As long as you came in here for a second, I'm down with that. Thank you for being awesome with all the likes. Some people were sending some gifts, so thank you guys for that. I see Bartman. Bartman, you're in here. What's up, Bartman? What's up, No Name? No Name Misfits. Okay. I was talking about your I was talking about one of the commissions that I'm excited to work on in the future, and it happens to be yours, Bartman. We were talking about the Green Lantern Corp one. I forget the name of the place you want me to call, that you want me to build. You know, the temple where they all recharge their batteries, or their lanterns? Batteries. What is the type of foam you're using? The type of foam I am using is, let me get this up here. It is Greenguard LG project panels. You can find this stuff in Lowe's. I don't know if you guys, is that backwards for you guys? That is backwards for you guys. Alright. Greenguard LG project panels. You can find those at Lowe's. You can find the pink version of this at Home Depot. Either one, I believe they're both the same material and same strength, so you won't go wrong in using either one of those. I do also use other types of foams, like poster foam boards, flexible foam sheets, which are more like neoprene. Alright. What's up, Joss Beef? How you doing today, sir? But yes, Bartman, I'm excited about that project because I've never done anything like that. I keep thinking of how I'm going to make the giant lantern, and then how I'm gonna make it, you know, shine or light up. Because, you know, when I think of Green Lantern and his lantern or their lantern, I never see it like not on. You know, it's always bright, it's always flashy, and that's kind of what I want to make for yours. So I'm definitely going to be shopping for some new airbrush paints that will help me achieve that look. I have thoughts. Remind me later. Yes, sir. The main power battery on OA doesn't need to light up. Oh, it doesn't. Okay. If that's what sir wants, that's what sir gets. Everybody who's shared the live and hitting the like button, thank you so much, everyone. At 10,000 likes, I will open an action figure, give you guys a short review of it, see if it passes all the tests. Oh. Not for diorama purposes? Is it for a display? Or am I misunderstanding what the context of that? Right here you can see we're just about past the halfway mark. And we have just barely started. It is 3:40. Well, I guess it didn't just start. But this is how much work you can get done in those 40 minutes. We cut up our 24 by 24 to the 18 by 13 size that I want. Now the reason why I'm going 18 inches is because I gotta count the other inch on the right and on the left side that's gonna hold up the other walls, obviously. So that's gonna be a full 20 inches of diorama, and that's about you know, the average size that people want their dioramas, at least how long they want them to be. It could always be longer, obviously, but earlier today I was talking about the prices of shipping. Goodness gracious. Taven, have you opened Black Widow? No rush, just curious on your thoughts if you did. That's the one that I want to open, y'all. I definitely want to open that. I just haven't yet. I thought it'd be nice to just open new action figures on live with you guys. So you get some arts and crafts. I get to take a break from it, do a little toy review if we get to the 10K. Maybe do a little Q&A while we're at it. 10K! Oh dang, guys. Okay. Y'all the experts, so if you want to light it up, that's fine. Hey, artist creative freedom is one of my favorite things that you can give me, so I appreciate that part, man. But we'll definitely work on that together when it comes to it, because I'm trying to please you with what I make for you. You know what I mean? It's not about me. It's about what you want. So let's see what's in the box. Well, actually, you guys know what's in the box. Let's see how much I like this guy, though. Are we getting a 10K intro? It's that Daredevil t-shirt wearing. Forgot where my wedding ring is. Fuck, I can't do it, bro. I can't do it, dog. I didn't know you were gonna put me on the spot. If you guys don't know, you're watching on Roku. You need to hop on TikTok and the YouTube and find this beautiful man named A Flair for Toys. He has the best intro in the game. We had a fun challenge to see who can do it better. I can do it with a script in like 20 tries, but he definitely owns this. We did reach that 10K. This is why I'm whipping out an action figure to open with you guys. I'm going to be extra careful because some of these action figures will be in breakout videos. I know I keep saying that, but I've been swamped. I promise I will make breakout videos for Thor, for Angel, for Black Widow. I believe I opened a different one earlier that where'd that guy go? No, I put him back. Never mind. For those three at least. Okay. So right off the bat, this was the first female character that has all of the articulations, all the new articulations that Hasbro has made for their action figures. One thing that I've always said is that every action figure should come with these kind of articulated joints, just because the more articulation that our action figures have, the more we can express them, our imagination through them. Ooh. Save these little fellas right here, these little paper baggies that come with the accessories, because we can always make a little trash bag out of these, or little shopping bags for your action figure collection too. I'm just gonna stretch these out. You guys, thank you again. We're at 11.4K likes, and I love it. I do like this packaging. I do like it. I think I was one of the only people that was asking Hasbro, and by asking I mean, you know, making videos about how they could move to more paper, recyclable friendly, less plastics kind of stuff. And oh my god, I don't even Sorry guys, it's this smell. It's just intoxicating in a good way. So let's let her out of the bag. Oh, there she goes. Now, oh my goodness. I'm good, thank you, sir. Sorry if I missed any messages here. I see Dross Beef laughing at me. I understand why. I'm sorry I messed up your intro. Thank you for all the gifts, guys, and for your time, especially. Wow. Oh, I hear a little click. Do we hear it? I don't know if you hear it. I don't think it's going to be an issue. I like that they're a little stiff when I first open them, because I know I'm going to be manhandling them, and that's eventually going to go away. So I'm okay with that little stiffness right there. This is my first female Marvel Legends with the fully articulated sculpt on it, or yeah, buck on him. She's got the butterfly joints that allows her to do crazy poses. Some that the other female characters were just never gonna hit with their lack of articulation. Obviously, the first test I should have given her was, oh my god, just. Oh my god, if you don't do this, you're not a toy collector. You just don't get it. It's a rush, you guys. It's a rush. Oh my god. The things I will do for this smell. Yeah, that's the good stuff. Alright, I think 3 is enough. Any more than 3, you're just a little weird. But hey, that's cool. That's cool. Wow. I don't know what to say besides wow, you guys. It's such a great improvement from what we used to get. Let's see what that is, though. Okay, trying to find the perfect female for this. Okay, so one of the silliest characters that was released, and I only say she's silly because these crazy eyes right here, like, please look at me straight in the eyes. Don't look at different directions. That's rude. Hasbro, y'all could have done something about those pain abs. I mean, 80s kid, thank you so much for the gifts, for the likes and the support. You're a real one. What's up? So what I was trying to point out is, if like here, let me stand her up so I'm not just waving toys at you. Okay. Now you might think, oh, where's the difference? If you can't see the difference, then let me do this piece. Oh. Let's move that elbow, hon. There we go. That's what's up. So how is Misty Moon going to scratch her back if she can't reach it? Look at this. Isn't that great? Like, her forearm is touching her biceps. She's reaching behind her back. She can scratch her back. She can hail a cab a lot easier. This one looks like she's wearing a cast. And this is supreme. I love you, Misty Moon. You're a cool character. The show you were on was awesome. But your action figure just lacks. But back to the Black Widow. I guess the cat's out of the bag. This was given to me by Coach Scooby. Coach, you mentioned it in the comments, so I feel like it was fair game. Sir, thank you so much for this action figure. Like, I saw it at Walmart. I saw it at Target. I didn't get the chance to pick her up, but soon after that, I regretted it, and the FOMO definitely got to me. She's pretty awesome, and I haven't even looked through her accessories yet. I can't wait to like really get into some cool poses. Like right now, she's jumping over a car. Wow! She's like, woo! Hood slide. Yeah. This is the stuff that keeps us entertained. I love it. And she can squat down. Like, Misty, can you do that? Can you squat down with ease, or are you going to give me like a weird horse stance? And she says, no dice. And you knocked over Black Widow. That's fine. Okay. I didn't mind if peeps now. Alright, that's what's up, brother. Right? Coach Scooby coming in clutch. And just really quick, no one judge me. Okay, just needed that. We're gonna check out these accessories, and whoa. Hey, these Can someone tell me what these are called? Her widow cuffs, or what are these? Her bracelets. It comes with cool bracelets that you can replace the ones that are already on her. They got some smoke effects. That's pretty awesome, you guys. These smoke effects pieces are they're pretty cool. I might need tweezers just because I have big old sausage fingers. Sorry if you can't see most of it. But that's just how God made me, alright guys? He was like, give that guy sausage fingers, it'll be funny. And then it comes with these two cool looking pieces, really spy-ish looking. I love these suppressors on the pew-pews, they look pretty cool. Let me switch it back. Whoa! Now you guys can look at that. And then of course it gives us the smaller one without the suppressor, and it's got the peg hole for the smoke effects in case you do have the other action figure accessories that I'm talking about, which is always pretty cool that Hasbro has thought about that. I know a lot of toy lines are doing that now, but imagine the times where they weren't doing that. I'll show you right here. I would have loved if Misty Moon's revolver looking piece had the same peg hole for smoke effects, but it doesn't, and that's okay. This is an older figure, and they're just gonna make them better. So hopefully you'll get a new figure of yourself made here, Misty Moon. If not, you know, I'm sorry, that's how the dice rolls. Move you to the side. It does come with a few accessories. Whoa. A few. It comes with a bunch of accessories, you guys. It comes with 3 heads. The one on her, and the extra 2. Oh my gosh, and it doesn't stuff. It doesn't stuff. They were really generous with this one. And then she's got these other bracelets that have I guess like a shooting effect on them, or a laser effect. I don't know. We're gonna call them stun effects. Yeah, she's stunning. She's stunning. Our coach says her bracelets are widow's bites. That sounds cool. I didn't remember the name. That is a pretty cool name for the Black Widow character. I like that. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to like balance this in the middle of the screen for 2 screens, and I'm just like slowly. Alright, so we got 2 of those widow's bites, 4 of these widow's bites, 6 of them if you include the ones that are already on her. That's already a lot more accessories than we normally get. We do get the smoke effects. Where are my tweezers? Alright, my big old hands are not going to do them justice. So, you can see 1 smoke effect. If you have this action figure, you know how great it is. For the people who don't, you should definitely check this out. Like, they put a lot of work into this for their first female character to have all this articulation, which is the best way to do it. Get us excited, Hasbro. You definitely did with this one. Now we're gonna look at it with the pegs on it. With the smoke effects on it. Oh, let me do 1 smoke effect and then 1 of these effects, because I just saw that it comes with these little blaster effects that fit into those same pegs. Now I know that I'm talking to people, I'm preaching to the choir, because a lot of us do collect Marvel Legends here. If you don't, they're a wonderful product that are starting to get a lot better. Hasbro, be cooking. Pew 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 pew. I had to Google it. Not that smart. Oh hey buddy, thank you for saving me the Google though. And then these 2 wonderful heads. One of them looks a lot more like a retro looking Black Widow face. This one's a more modern. I like this one more than this one, just because this reminds me of spicy time hair, and I don't know. I'm intimidated immediately. But it looks pretty cool. The shaggy looks awesome, you know, for whoever likes that. This one's probably gonna be my favorite to use, just because I like the long hair on her. But the one that she does come with already is pretty dope. If this doesn't give you Scarlett Johansson vibes, I don't know what will. But I'm really glad how it turned out. Now, there are a few things that make her pop. Obviously, the red on her hair, and all the gold accents on her utility belt, and the widow's bites. Pretty simple. They stuck with everything's black probably, and the skin tone is probably painted onto the black, but they did a wonderful job with her, I think. Again, one of the biggest reasons that I wanted this action figure is because of the articulation. I want to end the game. I want to know the secrets. And now that I have her in front of me, I'm going to learn them all. I just wish... this is totally irrelevant to the female action figures. I'm glad that they're getting the love that they deserve, obviously. But I just wish that they would give the Hulk action figure some butterfly joints that allowed them to do the thunderclap. You know what I mean? Like the Hulk clap that he does, I want them to be able to do that. Like the old Toy Biz one can. Yeah, she looks awesome, you guys. If I don't stop playing with her, I'm never gonna finish this project. So I'm gonna call quits on this review while I'm still really intrigued and interested in her, so that I can be hungry for more knowledge of it. And I didn't even get through all the accessories. My goodness, she comes with 4 different sets of hands. The hands that can hold her weapons, and of course the fisted ones, so that she can throw some rounds out, you know, some like chingazos. Someone's gonna earn some putazos, and I hope it's not me. That's all I'm saying. If y'all don't know what that is, that's fine. I'm going to put these back in here though, because I don't want to lose them, and I'm going to put them all into one little baggie, because eventually I got to put these on her when I do the breakout videos. For those breakout videos, it's kind of crazy, because I told myself, do a different photo for every accessory that she has. This lady's got so many accessories. There's going to be so many pictures to go with her, and that's going to be great. I don't know how easy I'm going to make that a video that's under a minute, because of all the opportunities for photos, but I'm going to try. I'm probably going to take like a gazillion pictures, and only like 50 of them are going to make it. Misty Moon, please don't be jealous. I hope that they give you a new updated buck soon. Uh-oh, I hear a knocking. Please pause for a second. Oh yeah, it's definitely out. Thank you, sir. Sorry about that break. Thank you guys for your patience. I did just get a knock at the door from one of my friends. You guys might know him here on TikTok or not, but he dropped off this tool. He saw me earlier on my live, and I was talking about needing a saw for this piece. This is a PVC pipe that I cut long ways, and then I used my heat gun to straighten it out, and then I flattened it out as much as I could with some weights. And really, I need this saw so that I can saw through this a lot easier than with using one of my razor blades, because that would have been so tedious. So heck yeah, my friend coming in clutch brought me a tool that I needed just to be cool and nice. That's always appreciated. And because he drove all the way here from like out of town, that's going to work perfectly. That's what I was thinking. He said that he ordered some antennas. He ordered one, and he ended up getting a box of 20 of them, and he said, check these out. Will these work for any of your action figure stuff? So let's look at it really quick before I move back to this brick wall. If you are at home working on this brick wall, I suspect that you kept on going towards and finished those. If not, I apologize. I will get back to it as soon as possible. So, okay, a car antenna. Now that's a challenge. What could I use this for? Probably just another antenna in like a science lab or something, right? Or a conveyor belt for some sort of machine that I could prop up. It's giving me ideas already, I'll say that. So that's pretty cool. That's really awesome of him. I'm definitely gonna have to thank him I'll play him, you know, I'll 1v1 him on video games later, and I'll probably let him win, you know, because, you know, I'm cool like that. Nah, he's good on his own. And of course, it comes with these little pieces that I do not know what they are. What are these, like couplings or something? These are cool. A part of me wants to make dioramas that you can use pegs to connect them, but at one point, I don't know yet if the peg way, if pegging works better than magnets, but we'll find out when it comes to that. I just really quickly wanted to show you guys what I got. I wasn't just ignoring you guys that fart around in the other room. An earth drill. Hey! Okay, I see you, boo. Or a laser, you know, like the tip of a laser or something, like laser cannon. I don't know. It's definitely giving me a lot of ideas, like silly ones, but I'll get to you, bud. Cool antenna, though. Can you believe that, though? Orders 1 and gets 20. Like, what? Alright, I'm gonna put you back up here. Now, what I will do... This piece for the breakout video, I do use this to brace the box itself, because if you're familiar with those breakout videos, I do cut it up a lot, and sometimes it gets flimsy from all the cuts that I give it, so I like keeping that in there. I won't throw it away until I am done, and by throw away, obviously I mean recycle, because you gotta recycle that. It doesn't take, you know... Alright, I'll move on, but yes, that will be recycled once I'm done using them. And again, save these so you can use these as shopping bags or garbage bags for your action figure props and accessories. I'm gonna put you over here. This is awesome, though. This is so awesome. Again, Coach Scooby, I can't thank you enough. Thank you for giving me my first Black Widow with the fully articulated body on it. It's a wonderful gift. You definitely rule. Uh-oh. Looks like I'm having technical difficulties on YouTube. For those that are here with me, I am sorry that YouTube is acting a little funky. I will have to fix this as soon as I can. Huh. Okay, it looks like it's going. Oh, and now TikTok's saying that I'm not here. Well, I guess today is that day where I learned what technical difficulties look like. Bro, welcome to the Black Widow family, right? Possibly the best female Marvel lady ever. I agree. I was telling the boys earlier that I'm blown away by this. Especially the fact that she can scratch her back, dude. Like, she can scratch her back. Okay? And poor Misty Moon over here is just forever going to be itchy because she just can't. But, again, really quick, I just want to show you those eyes because dang, that hurts. Oh, okay. Dude, I see you. She's beautiful, ain't she, though? Again, I really want to show you guys this look. Look at those eyes, bro. What is wrong with your eyes? Alright, Misty, I'll quit picking on ya. You can chill over here with Black Widow. Okay. So, yes, I love that action figure. Thank you so much again. We are going to get back to this. If you guys get me the 20K in the next hour, I will open another action figure. But until then, let's get back to this guy. It is a pretty repetitive step making these lines, but you know, we're doing a lot while we're making these lines. We're making sure that they're straight. We're making sure that the measurements are right. Because all the battle damage details can be added after this. And again, we're going to mark our line, and then we're going to go over it with a razor, what I like to call live detailing. Instead of just saying that I'm cutting into it, it sounds less caveman-ish. I was gonna say barbaric, but y'all know. Y'all know. Ooh. Why I'm excited about doing this project is because I wanted to make tutorials and stuff. I'm breaking into this whole DIY thing and sharing it with people. I feel like doing this together is just one of the one of those ways that we can connect for people working on this. If there isn't anyone working on it, guess what? I'm still having fun because I love making these dioramas. And again, I went with 18 inches long so that I can account for the other inch on the right and the left side. That'll be a complete of 20 inches. And I made it 13 inches tall so that the bottom, the base will be, make it 14, and if I decide to make a roof for it, whoops, I didn't mark that one. Look at me getting ahead of myself. We'll just go ahead and mark the next one though. Right, I made it 13 so that the base can cover the 14th inch, and then the roof, if I decide to make one, will cover 15 inches. I feel like that's perfect for Marvel Legends scales. Of course, we can always go bigger, but in order to ship some of these projects, they need to fit in smaller boxes, which is what I am considering with the measurements that I've chosen. If you guys are wondering if I have any dioramas for sale right now, the one that is up for sale, ready for the grabs, is the diorama that is pinned on my TikTok page. It is the hallway. The guy that commissioned me to do that has actually slipped out of the, well, actually I don't want to speak for him, but he decided to go back on it, not in a bad way. Just things are, changing in his life, and he's decided to take a break, I believe, and said that pretty much I can do whatever I want with it. He paid me for the materials, which I really appreciate, and some of my time. So now I'm just trying to make up the difference, and it is up for sale. Long story short, up for sale, and you can check that out as the first pinned video on my TikTok. Here we go. Alright. So, now that we've gone all the way across with this, we're going to do, we're going to go upwards. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make sure that this is aligned from our measurements from here and there. Sorry, Isa. I am not hosting today. Hot Spaghetti, I was just thanking you for giving me that saw. Everybody here, thank Hot Spaghetti for me. He's a true friend. So, in brick designs, right, we're gonna start with the bottom. It's gonna have one there. Can you guys see that part? Let me move this up more, shall I? Okay. So we're gonna do a brick. We're going to skip the next one, go to the third, that's another brick. Go to the fifth, another one, and so on. Every odd number we're going to, wait a minute, yeah. Every odd number we're going to add a brick to it. Now this one, there's been times where I accidentally messed this up and I, marked differently, like stacked bricks. And it just, it totally ruined the pattern. So this is the part where you do need to slow down a little bit. I'll try and slow down so that I don't make any mistakes, because I am live, and that would just suck to make them. This one though, I will run my blade through it on the live details after I mark them all. I feel like it'll just be easier for me that way. So again, we skip the second, the third, and then that's what we're going to do from one end to the other. These are the 1/2 inch by inch bricks. I think the next wall, that I do like this. Well, actually, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'll keep it to this one. Now, there's a lot we can actually do with a solid brick wall. You can always, like, let's say I wanted to put a window on there, right? Well, having your brick design down first will allow you to put that window basically anywhere you want without any, like, interruption. When you do the window first and then your brick design, you have to go around the window, make sure it's all lined up to what you want specifically, instead of just being able to throw the window design down there and just go with it. If that makes sense, I hope. No, all good, my dog. Hey, thank you. You guys, again, thank you so much for the likes. We are at 15K. We've gotten some gifts, we've gotten some laughs. We've got some cool ass people in here. Leon, what's up, brother? I was showing this guy off earlier, man. This is what I want to look like, bro. I want that 8-pack. How do I get that 8-pack when I got all these love rolls on me? Very accurate is what I'm trying to say. It's very accurate to what I look like in real life, y'all. Alright. So the cool thing about this brick wall right now, we've only used one side of this board. Imagine what I could do for the other side. Do I want plain walls? Do I want another brick design? A different brick design? Like, do I want some like metal sheets on there? What do I want? Do I want wood designs? Like, the possibility, like this side too, is endless. I know we're choosing brick for this side, but the other side can be whatever we want it to be. I am getting excited. I do love making these. I always think of how to utilize my space as best as possible, and sometimes giving it a whole different scene in the back is just like part of my game, you know? That's why I made those Dioramas up, so we can have options. But today we will just focus on this so I don't confuse anyone about what we're going to do in future projects. I believe I have some pre-made windows. I might end up sticking one of those onto this brick wall. I might not. I don't know. I'm feeling pretty. Might delete. I don't know. Oh. So let me show you guys what that's looking like right now. You know, a part of me even thinks that this is kind of a cool design itself. It's not that I want to cut corners or anything, but the design of itself is just, you know, different from just bricks on bricks. I'll tell you, if you like that design and don't want to fill in the other lines with bricks, these long lines that haven't been touched yet, you're totally welcome to. I am going to complete this as a brick wall, and the other lines that haven't been touched too, that pattern's going to be filled in. But if you want to skip that part because you like the way it looks, I don't blame you. I do too. I just want to stick to to my word and complete this brick design. Again, I know you're probably thinking it. I'm thinking it. This is so repetitive. And that's just how it goes, guys. But you've all seen, I hope anyways, I hope you've all seen what a diorama looks like with this brick design on it, and they look wonderful. It's one that is probably the most used design for dioramas that I've seen. Really big collectors have these. I'd be surprised if this isn't your first diorama type, because they're just so common. Rightfully so. They're really awesome looking. cool. Okay. I mean, I do have some, like, I'm just talking right now. I'm not saying I'm gonna add these, but I do have some like pre-made things, like Mayberry, Mayberry. I think it's Mayberry. I could be wrong in the name. Correct me if I'm wrong. But they make really incredible miniatures, and they also make furniture for doll houses, pre-made doors, pre-made moldings, stuff like that. I always suggest checking those out. You might find something pretty neat at Hobby Lobby or wherever you find those, Amazon, you know, Temu. You might find some of those awesome pieces that are already pre-made that you can slap onto these diorama walls. I was talking about having some pre-made windows. I have some pre-made doors. And those are always welcome to be used. They always give your dioramas an extra pop, you know, like they're just great materials to work with. Okay, I'm back. Start over again. Freaking Retro Man. You guys, this is Retro Man. We gotta start over. He didn't see it. If you guys aren't following Retro Man, I suggest you do. He does some cool stuff. Has Saturday morning cartoons. He's always playing some retro movies on VHS. That's right, VHS. Okay, and to some of us, like me, that's freaking awesome. He's got movies from my childhood that I've lost or my parents sold because one reason or the other. I always blame my parents for my lost nostalgia. I'm not gonna lie. But he does that in the mornings, evenings, and afternoons. It's a good time. Uh-oh. What did I see? Okay. Look at that. Retro Man, you got me all excited thinking about stuff, and now I did that. That's an oopsie. Can I shave that off with... Let me see if I can shave this off, or shave it off. We're gonna use that sanding stick. And it's gone, baby. It's gone. That's awesome. That mark that I just made there, that oopsie, it's gone. So that's great. If you do make those mistakes, use your sanding stick. I'm getting a little thirsty. Let me wet my whistle. This is not sponsored, but I wish it was. Get yourself a jarrito. Pineapple's my favorite, aside with lime and tamarind. You need that sugar to keep going, baby. I have that effect on people. Okay, so this is the one I wanted to go with. There we go. You guys, thank you so much again for the likes and the gifts and your time. I know all of it is valuable. Appreciate you. I feel like this is definitely the part where I do have to slow down. Like you guys saw, I did make that one mistake. We're gonna blame that on Retro Man. Not only just because I don't want to continuously make the same mistake over, but I don't want to cross my lines. I'm trying to make these as neat as possible until I finish the design, and after that I will be running my pencil through these lines to open up, but until then, until then I have to make these as straight as possible. Coloring within the lines kind of deal. Okay, and we're moving along. All the battle damage that you want to add to this, which I will add a crack here and there, and maybe like a chunk of it will get punched out so that you can fit, let's say, the Hulk's fist into it. That comes after it's all after you put all the pattern out. on it. My bad. English is not my first language. Be patient with me, y'all. Alright, it looks like I have a little... Okay, there we go. Let's go this way now. It's because I need to make sure I have that aligned. Once I open these bricks up though with my pencil, I'm probably going to add some light spackling to fill them back in, but that spackling will go in after I finish painting it, because I really like the way that the white of the spackling pops against the colors that I choose. I think this one I'm going to do like black and beige or khaki colored bricks on them. I haven't done any black brick walls, and I have the itch. I have the itch, you know. Like that's what I want this one to be. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Are you aligned? Get in. Yep. There we go. Perfect. Let me check some of these messages out. Sorry guys if I missed something that you said. I am looking through them right now. Tremendous cringer. Right. I have that effect on people. Thanks for learning us how to do it. No problem. Rick and Maya, we are sorry that Cave Art Adventures is not on air on Roku. There was an issue with programming schedule. Paper engineer was to have this evening off. Oh no! Well then, how do you recommend how to use a roller and a brick pattern on it? A roller with a brick pattern. I believe I've seen those before, and I've seen them be really successful with clay that you're like molding, that like fresh clay that you can roll it over. I haven't seen it used much on some of these insulation foams, you know, the XPS foams. So I couldn't tell you my experience on it, but I have seen it work for clay. Ricky says, but he was feeling better and came on live. This will not happen again, and we are sorry. Well, dang. That's alright. It happens. I'm glad that he's feeling better. But we probably should have a talk about that, though, because, you know, I'm just sticking to my schedule and my days, and I'm showing up. So if he is on live right now, I'm kind of like, what? But again, we can talk about that later. Thank you for the that update. Okay, so we finished this portion of the brick wall. I still like that design, but I'm going to continue and finish it out just because that's what I said I was going to do, and I gotta stick to my word. So this next part, we're going to get our scissors. Scissors? Where'd you get that? We're going to get our yardstick, and we're going to do some more, we're going to make some marks, you guys. What you're going to do is you're going to go down that first brick line right here, buddy. And then we're going to start, we're going to go every half inch. Alright? So every half inch, boom, we're going to make a mark. And then we're going to do that from one end to the other. Like so. Again, every half inch. The half inch and inch long bricks are the easiest brick pattern to make, just because it's easier on the math part of it. Okay, and then as you saw, I rotated my foam. What's this? Okay. Well, it looks like something popped up on my screen. I don't know what any of that is. just kind of let that roll because I have my producer here. If there's any difficulties he needs to take care of, sir, I recommend you touch him because I'm gonna keep making these crafts. Okay, like I was saying, I rotated my foam board so that I can now make my 1/2 inch marks on the other end of it. If you're confused about what part, we're gonna go to the very edge. And we're gonna do it again, boys. Every 1/2 inch from one end to the other. Let's bring you closer so that I don't start eyeballing this. You know what's crazy? I've seen some diorama makers that are just so good at what they're doing. They don't need rulers sometimes. Like they like eyeball it, and that's a fun. That's fun. I wish I was there. The experience will be made, and hopefully I do get there. But until then, we're going to trust our yardsticks to do all the measuring. Okay, you guys know the next step. We're gonna fill these. We're gonna complete these bricks from one end to the other, from the other direction now. So obviously the line without any marks on it is the one we're going to start with. Okay, and yeah, we're gonna move. Like I said, we're gonna skip the 3rd and the 5th. Wait, we're gonna skip the 2nd and the 3rd. Right. You know what I'm trying to say. Really quick. Okay. There we go. Alright. And yep. You know, this is the time where I would think about, like, man, what am I gonna eat? What am I gonna watch later? What are you guys gonna eat? What are you gonna watch later? I decided to buy a co-op playing game yesterday to play with my husband, just because we haven't played any video games in a long time, like together, you know. So we ended up buying A Way Out. A Way Out is about two fellas that just got put into penitentiary, and they come up with a plan to escape so that they can avenge their wrongful imprisonments. And so far, I'm having fun with it. It's an older game that came out like a couple years ago, I think 2018. The graphics aren't bad. The story's a little bland, but it's pretty fun to work together. It's one of those games where the screen is split, and you're both doing different but similar things at the same time, and you're just working together to get this to get out. You know, it's a real Shawshank Redemption type of escape. I feel like they directly like touch on that movie with the missions that you got to do. You're live on Roku on the Toxic Retro Rewind channel right now? I am? Oh, okay. Well, thank you. Thank you for redirecting the traffic there. I hope we get some views and people are enjoying this. Guys, by the way, thank you again for the likes. I do have a goal of 20,000 likes now so that I can open more action figures with you guys. But if you had your fill, I'm okay with that. We don't have to get to the 20, but I would want to. Right, back to the game. So, I love video games, especially games where you can like roam around, you know. Why do I like those games? Because I can ignore the objective and walk around and take screenshots of all the beautiful architecture that these games have to offer. And my husband knows it, my friends that I play video games know it, and sometimes I annoy them with that because I'm just like ignoring the objective of the game, and I'm over there like just taking photography, taking screenshots, and I use those screenshots for inspiration, guys. Like Call of Duty is one of those games that has all these wonderful buildings you can go hide in, and they're very detailed and decorated with all sorts of graffiti and posters and art, and and it's just fun. It's fun for me. Not always fun for my friends when I lose us the game because I'm over there catching flies. But yeah, I was having fun playing the game yesterday, and a few scenes came up in the game where I was just like screenshot, screenshot, and immediately I don't see it. It's like I can hear my husband's eyes rolling because I'm doing it. And then of course he was pretty vocal sometimes, so. Ooh. Okay. Oh, whoa, whoa! I almost made a mark in the wrong spot. Caught myself. This is why you gotta be a little bit patient with yourself, you know? You gotta use the right tools. Have a flow as you're moving with them. You don't want to make slashes and a bunch of jagged lines. Because, and then not just for this wall, not just the backdrop, you guys, but when we make the other walls, you're going to see, I'm trying to avoid this, but you would be able to see the lines that are misaligned if you made those mistakes and didn't correct them. And those are the little things we want to avoid, is by just paying enough attention to where you don't make them. I'm not telling you that this is like the most serious thing, but you definitely got to be aware of a few things. You don't want to press hard with your pen. You just want to run it across. You do leave all the live detailing to the proper tool. Like, I like to run my snap blade through it and then a pencil, because for what I've noticed, if I run a pencil on it, it creates those drags, the dragging and the feathering of the foam, and I don't want that. I want straight cuts like you would see on a real building, you know? I'm not saying all brick designs are beautiful and aligned and straight like that. Some of them are decorated with mortar and different designs in the middle of them because there's patch up jobs. But just speaking on a design that's uniform and flows well, you just want to keep it flush and clean. We can get fancy and go crazy with it after we learn the rules, so that you know how to break the rules. I've heard an art teacher say that before, or maybe it was a TV show, I don't know, but it made sense to me. We are at the 4:30 mark. I want to give you guys a 30-minute heads up. Ooh. Not achieved. Oh no. Let's set up a new goal, shall we? Let's see how electric you guys are all feeling. It's electrifying. Thank you if you guys are joining me on YouTube, on here now on Retro Man and Cringer's Roku, or on TikTok here. Thank you guys. I do enjoy making these, and it's pretty nice to have some people to talk to while I make them. I know it's a little repetitive, but this is what goes into these, you know? Some of the craft is repetitive, and some of the other pieces is just, like a lot more fun. These do get easier to make the more practice you have, and I guess for beginners, this is somewhat of a cheap hobby, or like a cost-effective economic hobby, if you want to use those words instead. And it's always nice to express yourself artistically. This is definitely the way that I do that. There's a few drawings that I've made. You guys saw me draw Agatha Harkness last, and I'm digging it. I think dioramas were a great way for me to get back into it, and I'm glad that I'm sticking to them. There's definitely always going to be a bigger fish out there, that whole Qui-Gon Jinn quote. There's always going to be better diorama makers than me out there, but I know I'm also better than some. Just tooting my own horn because I've gained some of that knowledge and experience, and I really want to keep getting better. You know, better than myself, better than I was yesterday with these. Oh, okay. Let's see what these messages are here. Okay, that's cool. Okay, I'm gonna pop away from that. Oh, I might have missed some messages, guys. Sorry about that. Oh, Real Kiwi says, just came by to give you nothing but love, brother. True inspiration of mine right here. Yo, thank you, man. I really appreciate that. He also says, also most anticipated recently announced figure you are looking forward to. Oh man, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. I'm gonna do something different than call out Marvel Legends. The Captain Impressive. What's his name? Captain Impressive, I think. You know who I'm talking about, right? Earl from the Dinosaurs show. He came in his superhero costume. I think he's a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. I think I like that one, man. I used to watch that show with Grandma all the time when I was a kid, and it brought back a lot of memories when I saw it. They also released him in his normal getup, and I'll say that he looks cool there too. But I would prefer the superhero costume on him. So I guess I'm gonna go with that guy. Earl dressed as Captain Impressive, I think is the name. His superhero persona, and he is the T-Rex dad from the show Dinosaurs from the '80s. If you guys watch that show, we are immediately best friends. And thank you for that question, bro. It's reminding me to go hunting for him. But the thing is, I don't know if it's gonna be easy for me to find him though, because he's a Comic-Con exclusive. I really hope he is though, or at least that I don't get put through the ringer and a scalper gets me. I mean, there won't be much to scalp though, right? Okay. We are almost done, you guys. Almost done. Wait. No. So yesterday I found myself watching The Punisher on Disney Plus. Man, I love that show. This is where my crazy mind goes to, right? I'm like, I wonder where I can get a bunch of horses and like a lazy Susan so I can make a what are those called? A merry-go-round, a carousel. I think it's carousel. I don't know. I get a lot of crazy ideas about what dioramas to make as soon as I'm watching. Like, put on a show. If I'm really into it, I'm thinking like, oh man, that'd be a great diorama. This would be a great diorama. Easy dress on me. Oh my goodness. Well, you can time the progress on these. I started this at 3. We are almost done with this backdrop. We started at a normal brick design. Nothing fancy, just the brake design. I did take a sec there to appreciate the likes, and I opened that action figure, like I said, when we met the 10K mark. So you can tell, you know, a lot of work goes into these. Just I'm gonna be a little generous with myself and say that about like an hour of the working on this was dedicated to making this wall, and the other 40 minutes were me lollylagging. I had to open my door for my friend that brought me this cool tool, this saw. What's this thing called anyway? What kind of saw is this? If anyone could tell me what kind of saw this is, I would greatly appreciate that, because I'm horrible with names, and knowing the names will probably help me, just, you know, it would just help me. But anyways, opening the door for my friend, showing you guys the Black Widow. Took a little bit of that time, but this is what about an hour gets you. And this is probably going to be the most tedious part of it, is doing these brick wall designs. I still haven't decided. Oh no, are you kidding me? Well, I think can you guys see it? Can you see it? Or is it just me? Can you see it? Tell me you can see it. Okay, if you can't see it, it's fine. But I can see it, and I'm going to point it out right now. What did I do wrong, guys? What did I do wrong? Cut it out. I don't necessarily have to cut it out. I can just shave this off. I did earlier to a mistake that I made. But this is just what I'm gonna have to do to fix this, you know? And that's okay. This is what the tools are for. Okay. Exactly, Hakuto. It was not. I got excited talking about this and that, and I forgot to make sure it was the right line. And since it wasn't the proper one, now I gotta go back and undo some of these little mistakes. But that's alright. A little shading is gonna fix that. I mean, shaving, sanding. Why am I calling it shaving? Do I need to shave? And kind of working. I mean, it's working. There we go. Just gotta put some oomph into it, you know what I mean? But that's how you get rid of that mistake. You just shave it off. And again, I said shave. I meant sand. If I say shave, you know what I mean, fellas. Ah, why are you so hot? It's probably the friction, silly goose. Funny enough, this is the first time that I tried shaving my mistakes off. And I don't know why I'd never thought about it before. Alright, now that those are gone, oh nice. Okay. Okay, now that that mistake is gone, I can try again. Align my points. Whoa, whoa. Mira, watcha. Watchale, wey. I definitely missed some messages. I'm sorry about that, guys. Going back through them. No Name Misfit says, yeah. Jay says, "Hey, check out my latest post. Jitsuka, Beastman, and Evil Lyn doing something bad. Uh-oh." Jen is one of my favorite actors. Okay. How do you give death to the bricks? So immediately my mind goes to two different techniques. You can texture the bricks by using either a rolled up, like, ball of tin, tin ball or whatever, made out of foil. You can use a rounded rock. I use a geode to give them a texturing. Or if you want to press some of these bricks down, I'm not going to do it with this, but Legos. You can find some Legos that are basically match these sizes, the 1/2 inch by inch bricks. You can use a Lego and press down after you do all your cutting. You can't do it right now because then it's going to press it in the wrong way. So after you do all your live detailing with your snap blade or whatever blade that you're using, you want to use either Legos or something like this, cut it to size to match the brick, and you're going to place it over it. You're going to place it over it, and then you're going to press down until you get the desired depth that you want. That's what I did for some of my others, and that's what you can do too to give it that slight depth. Bob Ross moment. Hey, happy little mistakes. Love that. Love that. Is that your next show, Taven? Taven Shaven? I don't think you guys could, I don't think you guys can pay me enough to shave. I look like a baby without my beard. I used rolled up tin foil and a rock to texture the bricks. I used rocks. TNT time? It's TNT time? What's up, my brother? Hagato. Sometimes I'll use chemical erosion too. Bro, what? I have a decent video pinned on how to make brick walls. Alright. Definitely have to check that out then, because if you're using, what'd you say? Chemical erosion? Oh, chemical erosion. Okay. I see what you're putting down. So if you use spray paint, some spray paints have a chemical that will definitely eat away at your phone. Using spray paints that have that will definitely achieve that look too. I think it just took me a sec to realize what you were saying. But yeah, those looked pretty cool too. I was admiring somebody's work today on Instagram, and they basically had the same thing going, but I really feel like it's not really something that I've done before, so I can't really put too much criticism on it. I just thought that they had overused it and there was too much. It's one thing to have, that kind of effect for a let's say it's a war zone. Let's say it's a war zone that you're recreating in the diorama. It's perfect for that. Perfect. But let's say it's more isolated. That you're trying to achieve something more isolated and you end up using that on everything, then what you're trying to achieve isn't isolated anymore and it's just shared with the whole piece. Which then you have to ask yourself, did you want to isolate it or did you want to corrode the whole thing? So I think when I do use that, when I get there, it'll be more isolated instead of covering the whole thing. Just because I believe those kind of details are really cool in moderation, but to make the whole scene like that, unless it's like something like a war zone, then it doesn't make sense to me. But if that's the look you're going for, that's the look you're gonna get. Oh my god, one of my favorite creators on here is Psycho Clown. If you guys aren't following Psycho Clown, what is he doing? He just pulled up another banger. He did what was it? What's that doctor's name again? Dr. Hannibal from Hannibal Lecter. Yeah, he made that room and it looks really, really cool. I like the bolts that you made for the walls. Honestly, everything looks great, man. You never miss. So I got my brick design, guys. This is our basic brick design. This is probably one of the most used designs for dioramas, and today we made it. Under 2 hours, we made the backdrop for for a wall. This can be used just to be put randomly in the bag by itself, but we will continue this project and we will add another 2 walls to it. We're going to make a base for it, and we're probably going to make I don't know, either a rooftop for it or something like that. But if I give it 2 walls, from both directions, then I gotta make it interesting if I'm gonna make this the inside of a building. Which I'll probably, after I finish painting it, I'll decorate with different posters, or that I'm starting to print out more stuff and Mod Podging it onto the dioramas because I think it's a cool look. But under 2 hours, we made a backdrop for our action figures. This is for 6 to 7 inch scales. We ended up going with the half-inch to inch bricks. Psycho Clown. This is just a tutorial on how to make a brick wall. I'm not really sure what I'm going to turn this into. I'm going to use... I'm really not sure. I might turn this into something else for a buddy of mine. I promised a friend that I would make him a... what are those rooms called? The room where they lined you up to see how tall you are in one of those like interrogation rooms type deals. I might just have this as the back of that, and I'll make the mugshot room or whatever those rooms are called this side. I don't know yet, but I guess that's what I'm trying to achieve. A tutorial for a basic brick wall design, and then I'll turn the back into something else just so that it's not, this foam piece isn't just lost on the brick wall. Because you know me, I'm all about those Dioramas. Oh. It looks more like stone more than bricks. Stone? Huh. Like, aren't bricks stone? What? Wait, can I ask, like, you think it looks more like stone because of the size? Do you think if they were smaller? Because we were kind of touching up on that earlier, that for the 7-inch action figures, like these McFarlane bodies, I feel like this half-inch to inch scale on the bricks is perfect for these. When we move a Marvel Legends to it, they still work, so I could see how they would look more like stone instead of brick just because of the size comparing to these Marvel Legends that are more 6-inch. Totally understand that. I was saying earlier about how bricks for Marvel Legends can be smaller, and I think that was a 3/8 and 3/4 inch, not inch, 3/8 and 3/4 scale bricks would look perfect for these. I really don't think there's a perfect brick that you can make, just because it's always open to artist interpretation and to what the person really likes. Some people like big and bulky, some people like short and stocky or whatever. There's many different ways. This is just one way to do it. If you like it, awesome. If you think you can improve on it, I welcome it, because we're definitely not just gonna make these. We're definitely gonna change the scales just so that we can make different stuff all the time. I don't want to keep making the same project. That's how you stay stale and stagnant on things, I think, at least for me. But yeah, I'm excited that I got this done in the time frame that I had, with all the yapping that I was doing. So thank you guys for that patience and for being here. You can control it with experimentation. Okay. I think you're talking about the corrosion effects. Yeah. Because I paint figures with spray paint in the jar. Remove colors. I learned it from Eddie Wires. I don't believe I know an Eddie Wires, but spray paint in a jar. That sounds like some Charlie Day stuff. I don't know if I want to do that. Hakata says it reacts easy differently when you spray the paint in a jar and let it sit. Yeah, I think I'm just sensitive to certain smells, and that's just giving me like it's gonna make me lightheaded. Make a purple rain diorama. Purple rain diorama. Oh, the brick wall with the fog under him and the motorcycle. That'd be cool. Nice. When you say, oh, when you spray paint, I mean? Okay. He was talking about the reaction texture. Huh. Alrighty. Man, bricks take a long time to make. You know it, bro. You know it. Sometimes I wonder how long some of your dioramas take you to make, too. I'm gonna have to definitely pick your brain sometimes, if you don't mind me messaging you in the DMs and just having a conversation to talk shop. There's a few people that I think would benefit from your knowledge, and I don't know if you've ever been asked to share it. But if it's cool with you, I'm definitely want to hit you up, man, because you do such wonderful work. Jay says it got lost in the comments. I feel that. I feel that. Eddie Wires is dead, but he painted prototypes for Phil Ramirez and other toy sculptures. So, okay. My brick technique told make it super easy. Okay. No, I don't mind, bro. Heck yeah, man. I'm definitely gonna hit you up. I don't know when, but you'll hear from me. I guess I'm just gonna have to go through your page and check out the stuff that you got, and I'll be like, how'd you do that part? You know what I mean? Yes, I'm in North Vancouver, British Columbia. Tools not told. Right. I'm in Olympia, Washington. Hit me up anytime. You know I will. We are at the last 3 minutes of the show, guys. I know that today what you're looking at is just a brick design, but if you did this at home with me, then you got one of these on your of your own now. You made it by yourself, and this is one of the steps to making dioramas. Some of this work is going to be repetitive, and some of this, the repetitiveness does push people away. But it's about having that patience and being able to truck through it and complete it. I did say earlier, if you wanted to leave one of the rows in between the bricks blank, that you could, if it was your choice. I understand if it's your first time making a diorama, it's a little tedious, but it gets easier and you get faster at it. And even when you go quote unquote fast, you know, smooth is fast, as my sensei would say. And that's what I tried to achieve today. I'm glad I did. I'm glad that you guys were here for it. We had some wonderful people come up. Had a lot of people do some gifting, and also 16.9k likes. You guys, thank you so much for that. I greatly appreciate it. I am Taven the Caveman. This is a Cave Art Adventures episode 5. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm kind of just saying the goodbyes, you know, because I gotta run some time out. We got to do some cool stuff. Coach Scooby finally got to see me open this action figure that he gifted me. So Coach, thank you so much. I am now in the Cool Kids Club because I have an whole new fully articulated Black Widow with the butterfly joints, and she just looks great. The next thing that we need is those toe articulations, you know, for the females. I think they started doing that, but I don't recall what action figure they did it with. I'll have to look it up to remind myself if I'm right or wrong. But whatever. I really love this action figure. It blows the old female bucks out of the water completely. This girl over here is trying to hail a cab, and she just looks like she's in pain. I mean, look at those eyes. She looks like she's in pain trying to hail a cab, and it's not fitting. When the new fully articulated buck for the female bodies can reach all the way behind her and just do a little like hair flip thing, that's awesome. You can express so much of these bodies, and I love them. So again, Coach Scooby, thank you so much for this. I had a wonderful time opening this on live with you guys and giving her the old smell test. Oh, she passes again. So So I had fun on this one, you guys. Thank you for joining me, is what I'm saying. Tomorrow I am not on here, but you will see me every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursdays at 3 to 5 p.m. Pacific time. We do arts and crafts. I'll draw sometimes and try to teach you guys how I do things. And hopefully you guys learn something with some interaction. Hopefully I learned something from you guys too. And we'll just keep learning and having fun, crafting together. So remember, you can definitely achieve this stuff if you have a little patience and imagination. Thank you so much for